The Democratic Party is facing internal strife over President Joe Biden's candidacy in the upcoming 2024 election after his dismal debate performance last Thursday. Representative Jamie Raskin of Maryland openly admitted that the party is having serious conversations about whether Biden should continue his run for a second term. This follows a wave of criticism from media figures and commentators who labeled Biden's debate showing as a total and complete disaster. Former Iowa Senator Tom Harkin, a longtime colleague of Biden's, is among those calling for new Democratic leadership. Harkin bluntly critiqued the president's appearance and performance, stating, "Last night was a disaster from which Biden cannot recover." He even suggested that all incumbent Democratic senators should write to Biden, urging him to release his delegates and step aside to allow the convention to choose a new candidate. Despite the fierce criticisms and calls for change, some prominent Democrats, including Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, continue to stand by the president. Shapiro emphasized the need to focus on defeating former President Donald Trump rather than getting entangled in internal disputes. "We have a responsibility to prosecute the case against Donald Trump, not get caught up in any hand-wringing right now," Shapiro stated. In an effort to quell the unrest within the party, the Democratic National Committee is considering formally nominating Biden as early as mid-July, well ahead of their planned August convention. This move is intended to ensure Biden's place on the November ballots and to suppress any further intra-party talks of replacing him. Meanwhile, some media outlets have drawn comparisons between Biden's current behavior and that of former President Trump, accusing Biden of putting his interests before the country's. Critics argue that Biden's insistence on seeking re-election at 81 years old, with a term that would end when he is 86, mirrors the self-serving tendencies that he once condemned in Trump. They fear that his hubris could be damaging the very democracy he aims to protect. The Biden campaign has remained silent amidst this storm of criticisms and suggestions. However, in a recent ad, Biden acknowledged his age and the challenges he faces, saying, "I know I'm not a young man, but I know how to do this job. I know right from wrong. I know how to tell the truth, and I know, like millions of Americans know, when you get knocked down, you get back up."